guys, welcome back. It's Brianna at Travel Dolce. Disney just dropped a huge announcement this week announcing the launch of Genie and Genie Plus later this fall. So I'm sure you have lots of questions and I'm here to answer them all today. So if you want to learn all about the new virtual assistant Genie and Genie Plus by Disney, then just keep watching. So how are you guys? Hope you're having a good week. Hope everyone's doing well. If you have kids, they're probably getting ready to go back to school. Ours just started back Thursday the 19th. So just trying to get back into a routine. We've got lots of fall sports going on. So we're busy. But Disney just announced that they are launching Genie and Genie Plus later this fall. So I wanted to just make this video to answer all your questions, kind of explain what it is, what you're going to get, the cost. Unfortunately, Fast Passes are going away. Essentially, Genie Plus is a paid Fast Pass, but we'll get into all that. So first, let's talk about what Genie is. Disney Genie is basically a virtual assistant, a virtual planning assistant that is going to help you throughout your stay at Disney World and also available at Disneyland. It's part of the My Disney Experience app. So if you've been to Disney before or if you've watched any of my videos, you kind of know the Disney My Experience app is your lifeline when you are at Disney. It kind of has your whole itinerary in there. If you have made dining reservations, it's in there. Right now with the Park Pass reservations, that's all in there. If you want to place a mobile order, it used to be where you could place your Fast Passes, but with, since COVID, those Fast Passes have all gone away. And now that we're kind of getting back in the swing of things at Disney and more things are opening up, they announced that they're retiring Fast Pass Plus, and then the Max Pass at Disneyland, and that is essentially a paid Fast Pass as well. So Genie Plus is basically replacing those things. So Fast Passes are no more. I know it's a little bit heartbreaking, but Disney got some feedback recently that people kind of like to be more spontaneous when they're at the park, and things come up when you're there. You kind of, you can hit a wall really easily, especially if you're there with kiddos. It can just be a little bit unpredictable. So making those Fast Pass reservations 30, 60, 90 days in advance sometimes just doesn't work out for your plans when you actually get there that day. So that's kind of the feedback that Disney took, and that's where we ended up with Genie and Genie Plus. Now, Genie is completely free. Just the regular Genie is completely free. It's part of the My Disney Experience app. And like I said, you will get things like that virtual assistant. You'll tell the app what you're interested in doing that day. If you know exactly what ride you want to ride, you can go ahead and select those on the app. And then once you have everything in there, it'll kind of map out your day for you. So based on the ride wait times and where you're at in the park, where your dining reservations are, you can also put in like attractions or shows, other things that aren't rides. You can put those things in, and Genie will take that into account and kind of map out your entire day. And then if you get off track, it'll, kind of recalculate, the way I understand it, to help you get the most out of your park time while you're there. So I think it'll be really great. And with that free version, you also get, all the other things that were included in My Disney Experience. They're making mobile order just a little bit more friendly. You're also going to be able to see forecasted ride wait times. So not only like the current wait time for a ride, but you will see a forecasted wait time for those rides and attractions. So say like in an hour, I'm thinking, okay, we're going to be ready for our next ride. What should I be trying to go to next after we get out of here? I can see that forecast of ride wait times for the attractions, all the attractions in that park. And so I think that will be really beneficial. I think also, you know, the app might be able to, with its artificial intelligence, be able to send people different places. So say, you know, my family is going to go here, and the app knows, okay, these people are going here. This is what's there on their itinerary for the day. You know, maybe it'll route other people to other attractions. So, you know, it'll help the standby lines to be a little bit shorter all around. So that's kind of the overview of the basic Genie that is free, included with your My Disney Experience account. So then essentially there's 2 other products that we're going to talk about today. So 3 in total. You've got Genie, Genie Plus, and then there's the individual attraction access, which is also paid. So 3 things: Genie, Genie Plus, individual attractions, and it's a lot to take in, so we got your back. It's okay. Okay, let's go ahead and move on and talk about Genie Plus a little bit more. So with Genie Plus, you get all the things included in Genie, obviously, because they're free. And then Genie Plus gives you access to what are now being called the Lightning Lanes. So what used to be the Fast Pass entrance at all the rides is now going to be switched to the Lightning Lane. And if you want access to that Lightning Lane, you will have to purchase the Genie Plus option. So that basically gives you access at Disney World to over 40 plus attractions, and that you can book essentially a Fast Pass or a reservation, a time to come back and ride that ride using the Lightning Lane. So you won't have to wait in the standby line. So essentially, this is what Fast Passes used to be. You can pay for that service. It is $15 per ticket per day at Disney World, and then $20 per ticket per day at Disneyland. So I don't know, you just kind of have to weigh out whether or not it is worth it to you. There are a few other things included in the Genie Plus. At Disney World, you'll get additional photo lenses to take pictures. So you'll kind of have, you know, like a little like Minnie Mouse next to you or something like that when you're taking your picture with those lenses. That's included in Genie Plus. You'll also get some audio commentary that tells just about different attractions. It's the Imagineers telling you different things, the way I understand it. I don't really know what that means, but basically you're going to get that extra added perk if you do the Genie Plus. And so basically, if you want to use the Lightning Lane, you're going to need Genie Plus or the next thing that I'm going to tell you about. Like I said, 40 attractions at Disney World, but it doesn't include every attraction. So Disney hasn't released that list yet of what attractions are going to be included. More information is to come before the launch of it. You can purchase Genie Plus at the time you book your travel package if you're staying on property, or at the time you purchase your tickets, or you can do an in-app purchase the day of. Now, one thing to note, like I said before, you won't be able to start reserving these Lightning Lane reservations until the day of. So if you're staying on Walt Disney World property, you can start booking these at 7 a.m. Disneyland, I believe you have to be in the park. Disney World, if you're not staying on property, you will have to be in the park before you start making these reservations. So just something to note, you won't be able to make them ahead of time like we used to the Fast Passes at 30, 60, or 90 days ahead of your vacation, depending on what ticket or package you had and where you were staying. But you'll be able to start planning excuse me, the day of. So just something to keep in mind, that is a big change. And that was, again, based on guest feedback. They kind of like to be more spontaneous and plan things as they go, and so that's the way to do it. Once you make a Lightning Lane reservation, you have to use that one before you can make another one. So once you tap in, like you return at your designated time for a ride, go ahead and tap in, and once you're in line, you can make your next Lightning Lane reservation while you're waiting in line for that first attraction. But as far as right now, there's not a limit. Disney has not announced that there's any limit on the Genie Plus Lightning Lane service. So I think once you use one, you can book your next one and ride, book the next one, ride, book the next one, and that's how it works. So anyway, that's kind of what I know about Genie Plus. And there's one other product that I want to talk about today, and that is the popular attraction access. Okay, so in addition to Genie and Genie Plus, Disney also announced that they will have an individual attraction access, or the popular attraction access, and these will be rides that you essentially have to pay to use the Lightning Lane for. So these are going to be your more popular rides, and Disney has announced that Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Rise of the Resistance will both be in this category. So this is something separate from Genie Plus. You won't be able to use the Lightning Lane with Genie Plus for those two attractions so far, and I'm sure Disney will announce more as obviously we get closer to their launch date. But basically, for these attractions, it'll be an in-app purchase the day of, and what you'll do is just go into your Genie app and say that you want to do that single attraction reservation, and they will charge you however much it costs that day to have a reservation for that ride. Again, you can start making those reservations at 7 a.m. for people staying on Walt Disney World property. Everyone else will have to be in the park if they're not staying on property to make that reservation, and at Disneyland, I believe you have to be in the park as well. So the price, there hasn't even been a range announced, but it will be based on the date, the attraction, and like how busy it is. So basically, it is kind of up in the air right now, but as you know, you kind of have that surge for those rides. You know, if you're trying to ride a ride like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train on Christmas Day, you're probably going to pay a lot more than just a typical like Thursday at the parks. So something to keep in mind with that. Also, you do not have to have Genie Plus to be able to use this single attraction purchase. So they're completely separate from each other. You don't have to have one to use the other. So if you didn't want to do Genie Plus for those 40 attractions to use the Lightning Lane, you could just reserve your single attractions and pay per ride. But the rides and attractions that are included in Genie Plus are not included in the single attraction, and vice versa. So you can't, like, for say example, book a single attraction Lightning Lane request for a ride that is included in the Genie Plus. With the single attraction access, you are only allowed 2 attractions per day. So that is also something to keep in mind. You know, with the Genie Plus, there's no limit. Again, it's separate attractions though, so it just depends how much you want to spend and how much you value your time in Walt Disney World. Those Lightning Lanes really can be a lot shorter than the standby line, but also, you know, that's an additional cost for your vacation. So it's just something that you'll have to weigh out. And if you get to the park that day and you find, dang, it's super busy here, maybe that's something that you decide the day of that you want to purchase. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it pans out. I'm interested to know. So we have a trip booked to Disney for December, and so I'm hoping that Genie will be out a little while before we go, and we can hear some feedback. So if any of you have a trip planned, let me know down in the comments, and let me know what you're thinking about all this, and if you go before me especially, or anytime you go, I'd love to hear your feedback down below. So leave a comment and let us all know what you think of the new Genie and Genie Plus and the single attraction access. So one other thing I just wanted to mention real quick about Genie Plus and the single attraction access. You can use these across parks. So if you have a park hopper and say you are in the Magic Kingdom in the morning and then you're going to go to Epcot in the afternoon, once you, say you're in line at your last attraction at Magic Kingdom, you can go ahead and book your next Lightning Lane access for Epcot while you're still at the Magic Kingdom. You don't have to be in the park. And I think that's something that's going to be super convenient for people, that want to visit more than one park in a day. That's kind of a flaw with the fast passes. Like if I was doing my planning and I knew I was going to be in the Magic Kingdom in the morning and then going to Epcot in the afternoon, I wasn't able to make any fast pass reservations for Epcot. Like I basically just missed out and would just have to wait in the standby line. So I think that's great. And remember, with a single attraction access, you only get 2 per day. So maybe you would want to do one at the Magic Kingdom and then one at Epcot, or maybe do both at Epcot or both at Magic Kingdom. It doesn't matter how you do it, but it's just, I think, super convenient that you can cross parks and you don't have to be in the park to make the reservation, and you don't have to just stick to one park per day with it. So that is an added benefit for sure. So in true Disney fashion, there are certainly a lot of upsells here. I know it's already expensive to go to Disney, but if you're going, time is money. So Genie Plus and the single attraction access could totally be worth it for you. That's just something you'll have to weigh out. None of them are mandatory. None of these things are mandatory. And you do just get the Genie virtual assistant service for free. So totally take advantage of that. I think with all these things, it's going to be super important to not forget your phone battery charger, your portable power bank or whatever, because I can just see phones going dead even more quickly now that, when we start having Genie and Genie Plus and the single rider attraction available to us. So just remember, you can use all of it, you can use none of it, and you can use a combination of it. So I definitely will be excited to see what Genie, the virtual assistant, brings to the parks and helps people plan, because the planning for Disney, if you've been or someone's been, it can be a beast. And that's why, that's one reason why I'm here. I love to help people plan those vacations. But anyway, I think Genie will be great for even people that still use a travel agent or ones that don't. There's just a lot to know about it. So I'm super excited to learn more as the situation unfolds. And obviously it's still developing. But if you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comments below, and I will certainly try to answer them as best I can. Some of the information isn't known yet, but when Disney announces it, you can bet I will be in touch with you guys again. I'm going to try and post on my stories on Instagram more, and Facebook. I'll link them together. But so if you are interested in updates or want me to share certain content on there, let me know down in the comments as well, because I want to get better about sharing stuff on stories to keep you guys informed on all the things. I've been doing tons of training lately, so I'm super excited about some of the things to come. But anyway, thank you for being here today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. It really helps out my channel. I appreciate you guys, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. See you later. Bye.